Hey guys, I'm terribly sorry that I've been behind on videos on this channel. I have a G4 versus G3 pedal coming out, and the G4 pedal just by itself review, and then a delay pedal as well, that the ARP pedal that I'm going to be doing. And, you know, while I'm doing all these pedals, it's funny because I do everything on this channel out of pocket. I don't have any sponsors for the channel because I'm a very small channel. Now, that being said, I don't get paid at all on this channel. I don't get paid at all on the other channel that I'm working on, the creepy channel / documentary channel. I'm trying to make it as a YouTuber and hope that one day maybe this could become a full-time job for me. However, unlike certain certain YouTubers even out there, not that I know any or could name any off the top of my head, but I'm not trying to be, entitled to anything. It would just be a cool dream to one day be like, hey, I'm making some money off this. And now I can just focus on this, have some fun, do what I've always wanted to do my entire life, and watch my kids without having to put them in daycare or anything like that. You know what I mean? This job would free me up a lot, and it would be wonderful. Now, there are certain companies out there that are worth, well, I don't know how much, but I imagine millions and millions of dollars at least that Behringer would be worth. That don't share that vision. No, in fact, they're even incredibly entitled and say, actually, you should buy our products and you should review them and we will not pay you. Okay, well, if that's how you feel, I don't want to work with Behringer. Really? Guys, this is a bad message. This is a really, really, really bad message. Now, I guess this drama here has started up about a month ago. A month and a half ago. And we'll get into all that, but I just want to read their statement here, okay? Behringer says that many media outlets and influencers no longer support it because it won't advertise with them or provide free products, or they simply don't like us for whatever reason. I don't know how they could be this obtuse and how they couldn't just think of why that might be happening. A great example. If I am a big enough YouTuber where I don't have to spend money out of my own pocket anymore to keep my channel going, that already saves me a lot of money. Okay, a lot. Having to spend hundreds, even thousands of dollars a month to keep the channel going. Now that bill goes away. You know? That's awesome. Plus the advertising that comes in off of just YouTube alone. Well, now you just got money coming in and you don't have to put any money out towards your channel. At least not as much money. That's great. And then, if these people also be like, hey, we're going to pay you to do an advertisement, we're going to pay you to do an ad, or we're going to pay you, or we're going to send you a product just for free, but you have to send it back to us, it still will save you. Well, I mean, that's the whole point. That saves you a lot of money. Most of these places don't give you free products. Most of these places don't even pay you. What they'll do is they'll say, hey, would you mind featuring this on the channel? We'll send it to you for free, and then we'll pay the shipping to get it back to us. You know, that way we're not out any money, but hey, you know what? At least you don't have to spend any money, and a lot of people will agree to that, and that's cool, okay? That works. Now, for your upper top tier YouTubers, they're probably going to have to spend some money to get some advertising because everybody's trying to hit them up. Now, if I have, let's say, just 20 people, 20 companies, Walrus Audio, Orange, Blackstar, I don't know, Boss, however many companies, Sweetwater. No, well, Sweetwater does sponsor as well, but Music Man, any of these companies coming out, even way smaller, Harley Benton, you know, or way cheaper, I should say, not necessarily smaller, but way cheaper companies, you know, are coming out here going, hey, demo this on the channel, you know, it's free, or we're going to pay you to do it as well. Well, then why would I go out of my way to be like, sorry, guys, I have to go to the store and buy something to demo that is a entry-level brand, first of all? Because let me tell you about Behringer. Does anybody go out of their way to be like, well, I really don't want to invest in like the Neural DSP or even online plugins or anything like that. No, I want to get the Behringer Vampire from 2001. You know what I mean? Does anybody remember the Behringer Vampire? Are you serious? Is that going to compete? What about some of their newer products? Well, I don't know much about their newer products, to be honest, but the thing about it is they might have some good new products, but they clearly haven't shown anything so groundbreaking that it competes with people like Neural DSP or anything else. Has Behringer even come out with any, like, I don't know, cab simulators or IRs or anything like that? If they're not going to pay for advertising to let people know when everyone else is paying for advertising, we're like, hey, this is cool stuff. Maybe they have made cool stuff, but how are we supposed to know about it? What, are we supposed to just go out of our way to check Behringer? Come on, dude. Like, that's ridiculous. It's such an utterly ridiculous claim to make, you know? Let's read this article here. Behringer has called out the many media outlet influencers that it believes have taken the decision to not cover companies' products anymore. Nobody's entitled to cover your stuff. In a Facebook post, the company claims this is because we don't pay for ads. Well, then no one's going to work with you. Provide free products for reviews, or they simply don't like us for whatever reason. Well, look, if somebody tries something of yours and it sucks, it's probably why they don't like it. I'm not saying that that's necessarily true. Maybe they just don't like your name. Who knows? But you haven't done anything to compel anybody to buy your stuff. Okay? However, Behringer does go on to say that, in all fairness, there are also many other outlets that share our content or review our products in an unbiased and honest manner. I could think of, like, Glenn Fricker as one of them. I mean, Behringer has made decent mixing boards, right? And while people plug into them and listen to them and they use them sometimes, there's a problem with some of Behringer's stuff. It's more than just sounding good. It's about how long it lasts. A good example, Behringer used to make some awesome effect pedals. And if you try to find any used, they're usually duct taped or have been replaced, or like the door's been replaced on them or something. It's kind of off-colored because you'll see like a dark purple door on a light purple case because the case is so much older than the broken door, and they got a brand new door on top of that battery. It's just a switch, whatever you want to call it, foot switch, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the point is they're great and they sound good, but they break. And then you have to buy 2 of them. Then you have to buy 3 of them. And pretty much by the time you get to the 4th one, it's like, wow, if I would have just bought the Boss version of this, you know what I mean? I would have had one that's not going to break here, and I've already spent amount as a Boss. Now I'm going to have to buy a Boss after this pedal breaks because I'm tired of replacing it. That was an issue back in the day. I don't know if it's still an issue today, but that's how your legacy is known. Everybody knows that Behringer has made decent equipment, but it doesn't last very long. I mean, a good example of Behringer is the Bugera series. Yeah, Bugera, made by Behringer. Now, I don't know if they still are, but how great did the Bugera amps sound? They were awesome. They sounded great. I owned the 5150 version. Was it the 3XXL or something like that? Which one did I own? The 6565 or something like that. I think it was a 6565, right? Is that what they called it? Let's see. Bugera, 6262. That's the amp I had. So I had a Bugera 6262. And they had to make these Infinium versions. Now, luckily, mine didn't break. I only had it for a couple months. And then, for some reason, I went and put it up online, and somebody offered me a 6505 Plus for it. And I was like, are you serious? Is this a scam? No, and he's like, I think they're really cool amps and whatnot, and he just flat out traded me for it. I had that amp for a long time. Then I traded it in, got an Axe FX. I got the Axe FX, then I traded that amp in because I thought I didn't need tube amps anymore. And, well, the Axe FX, it's cool. I still got it, but I like my tube amps. So there's kind of the story with that. Anyway, yeah, someone actually was silly enough to trade a 6262 for a 6505 Plus. Now, at this time, I was 16, and I had no idea that the 6505 Plus was worth more than the 6262. I didn't know much about gear. So I heard the 6505 Plus. It saturated a lot more. I think the person liked the 6262. It wasn't quite as saturated, but it was based on the 6505, obviously, or the 5150. And I think somebody just, I don't know why, they liked the sound more or something. I don't know what the story was behind that. Craigslist back in the day, it was wild. So, yeah, that was kind of neat. I ended up getting a much better amp out of it that lasted me a long time, but of course, I couldn't make any of my amps sound good. Turns out it was because I had Sheffield speakers on a PV cab, and yeah, it wasn't good. Well, I started off with an MG cab, okay? So I upgraded to Sheffields. That was an upgrade, shockingly. But anyway, enough of that rant. However, Behringer does go on to say that, in all fairness, yeah, we already read that part. Behringer doesn't clarify precisely what that means by free products, but in the music equipment, gosh, if I could talk today, but in the music equipment industry, as many others, it's common practice for companies to temporarily loan their equipment to relevant media outlets so it can be independently tested and critiqued. The company also declines to name which media outlets and influencers. Now, we know which one it was clearly, okay? So they say here in August 2023, Behringer was involved in a very public spat with YouTube content creator Loopop. I don't know who that is. Who accused the company of spreading lies after it claimed that he wasn't reviewing their products because we don't send out free units. The company later edited its post. So if you're going to edit your post after, I would say you probably got busted in that lie. So anyway, let's go here. Behringer falsely accuses Loopop of not doing reviews because they don't send him free gear. For several years, Behringer has been taking intense action against music tech media and has been spreading wild claims on social media to make them small. To make them small? Okay. Including without advertising, no reviews. Why should you get reviews if you don't pay for them? I'm genuinely curious. If you don't make a product that is just groundbreaking, if your product is essentially hey, we're a cheaper version of this. Okay, cool. Well, I'm sure some people could use that, but it's not like you went out of your way and created something new or created something more convenient. Okay, usually and this is the problem with Behringer half the time, is they make a product that's cheaper and it's like, cool. And then you go and use it and then it breaks after a while. That's all I've ever known Behringer. Again, I haven't played anything Behringer, in about 15 years. And there's a reason why. 15 years ago, their products always broke on me. I had a Vampire amp. And I thought it was a cool sounding amp back then. As a kid, it was great. I think it was a 2x12 as well. It was super cool. And then one day it wouldn't turn on. Couldn't figure it out. It was working just fine and stopped lighting up. Every now and then when I flipped the switch, though, so it had like these, it was cool because it was just an infinite rotating knob, just like the Line 6 stuff for the most part, like their effects. All of their knobs were like that, though, and they had like 6 or 12 like red dots around it, and you could just switch it to whatever. And after you did all that, okay, when you would turn the amp on, they would all start blinking rapidly all across there, but they were really dim too. So something came loose, something popped, a fuse maybe it broke or something. I don't know what it was. I was very disappointed. I took it in to get it fixed, and they couldn't figure it out either. I took it to a Guitar Center though, so Yeah, it's not like I had like an amp tech. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's just the way it was. So, unfortunately, I couldn't get that fixed. And then the other thing I had, of course, was the Bugera, which was okay for me. Now, my buddy Jeff and another friend of mine both had Bugeras as well, and both of theirs broke. Luckily, the warranty covered it. They got sent new amps. Then they broke again. So they weren't happy with those. They weren't happy with those at all. And I don't know if they went with warranties in the future or not. I don't know if they even were able to get them. I'm not really sure. Anyway, then, wait. I also did have a Behringer mic that actually went out on me too. And I can't remember what it was. But I was using it for, I was just using it for video gaming. I would have it kind of set up like this. I forgot what microphone it was, but I did have a microphone just go out on me. It was a Phantom Power mic. I know that. Because it would make funny noises when you turned the Phantom Power on. It would just start squealing. And so I don't know what was up with that either. But that was my experience personally with Behringer. And I was like, I just don't want to buy from them anymore, you know? Anyway, Now they have chosen a specific medium, more precisely YouTuber, and music tech expert Loopop, known for its intensive, in-depth tutorials and reviews. The whole topic started with a comment from Behringer's social media team on a customer's post about the Toro analog synthesizer. Interesting comment. It's the 5th best-selling product. Not sure. This is called a flop. Okay, so I guess he called it a flop? Why didn't they mention that? Okay. In this, Behringer claims that Loopop has lost all review interest in their products because they won't send him free gear. A steep thesis, as I would say in my non-native writing tongue, Loopop promptly provided an answer to this. He says it's a lie, and they blocked/deleted his answer on Facebook. On Twitter, he wrote, "Hey guys, since you blocked my response, I'll share it here. I saw you spreading lies on your Facebook group, and that I won't review your gear because you don't send it for free. When I actually offered you, or when actually you offered and I refused. Should I share your email offering?" So here it is right here. This is my response. They deleted and blocked. "Hey, Behringer, this is Ziv, Loopop. Please stop spreading a lie." Okay. When you made the offensive video about Peter Kern and started copying affordable products from existing manufacturers with zero innovation. See, and that's kind of the point, right? That is what Behringer does, is they make an affordable version of someone else's product with no innovation or anything like that. A lot of people, that can be cool. The problem is when it doesn't last. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I became disgusted with your corporate culture, which now I see includes spreading lies like you did now. A couple of years ago, you disclosed to me your entire roadmap and offered anything I'd like, and I refused because of what I mentioned above. As I explained to Dan, I am happy to share this correspondence if you insist on lying about why I stopped reviewing your gear. If you apologize and at some point change your ways, I would be happy to explore interesting, affordable, innovative products, whether you send them to me or not. They're not that expensive compared to the time and costs of making my videos. So, we get that. Hey, why can't I? Oh, okay. Why did this? There we go. Anyway, sorry about the noise in the background, guys. I got my daughter's playing with stuff. This is my response. They deleted and blocked. Okay, so we read all this. Why didn't you show the email, though? He should show the email, okay? That would be really nice. After publishing the article, Ziv, aka Loopop, confirmed that Behringer had edited it several times before, which suggests which of the two parties lied. So let's see. Interesting comment, 5th best-selling product. Not sure this is called a flop. Okay, so they edited it here. I'm sure Starsky will be reviewing it as while Loopop is not reviewing products as we don't send our free units. Then they did it again, adding let's see. Oh, they edited it to Starsky will be reviewing it while Loopop is not reviewing products anymore. Okay, okay. And then they did it another time here where they said, they just added our products anymore. Okay, gotcha. So this was just a mistake. Yeah, so this one here was a mistake. They should have just made this one. So they edited it technically 3 times. The 4th one, they just meant to put our, they forgot to. So yeah, that does show that Behringer is indeed lying. Without a doubt. This caused unrest on social media with other music tech media and YouTubers. For example, Ben Jordan, I don't know who that is either, tweeted a GIF. Okay, good job, guys. Can you all proofread your stuff? It makes it difficult for me to read. I'm already having a hard time reading it here as it is, and this happens. Anyway, a man wearing sunglasses to hide his tears with the caption, Behringer passively aggressively pretending they're not hurt. Pretending they're not pee-pee hurt. Gotcha. They're pee-pee hurt. Gotcha. Anyway, this is pretty sad. This is pretty sad for a huge company like this to just be going after YouTubers because they don't want to review your stuff. Guys, if you want any of your stuff on someone's channel, you need to make some arrangements. You need to make some deals. You need to pay for some advertising. Otherwise, it's going to be like this on my channel. I'm going to review whatever I want to review. But if I'm not interested in reviewing your stuff, because a good example here, it's like, okay, let's say I want to review a a brand new modeling amp that just came out. It's going to be like a Line 6 amp, but it actually sounds really, really good. They put a DV77 speaker in it or something, or maybe even a Hesu Demon, and it's an awesome little modeling amp, and the thing's, you know, like $600. And then Behringer comes out, and they offer the exact same thing, but instead of $600, it's $500. Well, it depends on, first and foremost, if I even know about the Behringer amp. Second of all, it's going to depend on if they've done anything different at all. And if they haven't, you know, I'm not going to be interested in the knockoff versus the original made one. It just depends on certain situations. But now after seeing this, I'm not ever interested in having Behringer on the channel. Probably go out of my way to make sure they don't come onto the channel. Because if you're going to come out and say, oh, well, you should be advertising our stuff. You should pay for our stuff and advertise it. Like, I don't work for you. You don't tell me what to do. You don't get that luxury. You don't get that option. That's the biggest problem I have with this. I don't have anything against Behringer. I didn't have anything against them before. I thought their stuff was okay. But now after the way they're acting, I'm not interested in working with them. I really don't care. There's so many other companies out there. Companies that are cheaper than Behringer and companies that are way more boutique. You know what I mean? Boutique. Boutique. My daughter's got me watching that stinking Minnie Mouse. Oh, now I'm going around saying boutique. Oh, God. Anyway, guys, sorry for the long ranting video, but, you know, it is what it is. And just to show you guys that it's not just us. Mine is tech tips. You know what I mean? Like, do not buy Behringer. Now, this is on a forum. I don't know who posted this, to be honest, who this guy is. It's just a member. But, I mean, when you got this coming up as the first thing, like I typed in Behringer advertising into Google. And then this came up from December of 2020. This person's saying I dislike Behringer products because of the product, not because of the product, but because of the company. Some of their products are very good, but the company is a terrible company. Today, Behringer has crossed the line and announced it is no longer going to sell products to small companies and instead focus only on major e-commerce, such as Amazon, Thomann, Sweetwater, and Alibaba. As a small distributor myself, I had a Behringer wholesale account. I no longer have access to that as well. Every local music store. Okay, so look, long story short, Behringer decided they didn't want to work with small people anymore. And now Behringer's upset that independent people don't want to review their crap. You made this bed. I suggest you lay in it and think about what it is you did. That's all I have to really say. Thank you all very much for watching this video, though. Please like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, I don't know. I say boycott Behringer. I mean, it's not like anybody was buying their stuff really anyway. Nobody buys their stuff because they want it. They buy it because it's a workaround. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys here in the next one. Later.